Let's talk about the Director of National Intelligence, John Ratcliffe, spewing disinformation into the public square to try to help Donald Trump in the upcoming election. Because justice matters. Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. So you probably saw yesterday's, I don't want to call it a press conference because there were no questions permitted by the reporters, but it was more of a statement to the media that was hastily organized by the Director of National Intelligence, John Ratcliffe. You remember him, right? He's the guy that even Donald Trump dropped the first go-round when he was flirting with the idea of naming him as the Director of National Intelligence, the DNI. And if you'll recall some of the headlines back then, quote, John Ratcliffe, Trump's pick for top intel post, withdraws amid scrutiny over exaggerated bio. Or maybe you'll remember this one. Trump abruptly drops John Ratcliffe as DNI nominee amid political headwinds. Yeah, you remember those political headwinds? It's because John Ratcliffe said he had tried terrorism cases, prosecuted terrorism cases. That's what his bio said. Problem was, he hadn't. That's exactly the quality you want in a Director of National Intelligence. So yesterday there was this hastily assembled statement to the press. It was billed as something about, election security, our national election security. Sounded weighty. So we all tuned in. And of course I immediately thought maybe this is just a distraction because President Obama just gave one blockbuster speech. And, the White House is probably just trying to eclipse the news cycle, so we didn't get to hear all of those choice clips from the Obama speech. Or maybe it was a distraction because the story broke recently about Donald Trump having a $17 million secret Chinese bank account. Yeah, you can't make that up. So maybe the White House wanted to try to eclipse the coverage of that, which they succeeded in doing, at least for the moment. But Ratcliffe and some other intelligence officials, including the head of the FBI, Wray, came out, and Ratcliffe proceeded to tell us that foreign actors are trying to interfere in our election. To which I think we all collectively said at the same time, duh. Donald Trump has been inviting that, all but insisting on it forever. Hey, Russia, if you're listening. Hey, China, investigate the Bidens. Hey, President Zelensky, I need a favor, though. Yeah, we know foreign actors have been trying to interfere in our elections, and we know our voting systems are probably somewhat susceptible because Mitch McConnell will not allow a single voting security bill to be debated or voted on or made law, to protect the elections. But after that, Ratcliffe tells us a little bit about the details. We learned that there was some email spoofing, right? Some fake emails that went out trying to interfere in the election. And Ratcliffe tells us that these efforts were designed to hurt Donald Trump. So when I heard that, I picked up the email that my friend had received the day before, 2 days ago now. My friend, who's a retired federal prosecutor herself, who received one of these spoof emails and immediately reported it to the FBI and then forwarded me a copy. And you may have heard about the contents of these emails that went out. And here is the copy of the one that she provided. I redacted out the identifying information. But this email which Ratcliffe didn't read to us. He didn't relate the contents. He told us that it was his conclusion that these emails were designed to hurt Donald Trump's candidacy. Can I read what the email said? Quote, from the Proud Boys, dated October 20th, 2 days ago, 2020, and the subject, vote. It first had my friend's name, and it said, we are in possession of all your information. You are currently registered as a Democrat, and we know this because we have gained access into the entire voting infrastructure. You will vote for Trump on Election Day, or we will come after you. Can I read that one again? Because Ratcliffe's conclusion, his disinformation, his propaganda, what he tried to force feed us, is this was designed to hurt Donald Trump, not Joe Biden. And it said, you will vote for Trump on Election Day, or we will come after you. Change your party affiliation to Republican to let us know you received our message and will comply. We will know which candidate you voted for. I would take this seriously if I were you. Good luck. And the email listed my friend's true home address. It sounds to me like if somebody is sending out emails saying you will vote for Donald Trump or we'll come after you, that sounds like it is arguably trying to hurt Joe Biden, not Donald Trump. It sounds like they're trying to encourage, force, coerce, threaten people into voting for Donald Trump. But what we get, folks, what we get is John Ratcliffe's conclusion, his politically biased, politically motivated disinformation, saying that I'm not going to tell you what's in there, but I'm going to force feed you that what's in there is designed to hurt Donald Trump. Folks, that's nothing but a rallying cry to Donald Trump's base, because he won't tell us what's in there. But when he sends the message out on national TV, oh my goodness, these foreign actors are trying to hurt Donald Trump. The subtext is, so get out there and vote in huge numbers for Donald Trump, folks. That's what Ratcliffe did yesterday on TV. That's disinformation. It's disinformation designed to interfere in the election. Ratcliffe is doing what he is trying to tell us foreign actors are doing. And if anybody knows why Chris Wray stood silently and didn't correct that disinformation, I'd love to know. Chris Wray stepped to the mic and said, we're doing all we can. Now, it may be that because we hear rumors about Donald Trump thinking about firing Chris Wray, maybe he's trying to stay under the radar screen, stay in place as the head of the FBI, and fight like all get out for us, for the American people, for free and fair elections, because I believe Chris Wray has been trying to do the right thing all along. But when Ratcliffe gives that kind of false disinformation, when he puts a spin on something he doesn't even have the decency to tell us what it is, what's in that email, he just says, trust me, it was all designed to hurt Donald Trump. That needed to be corrected in real time by somebody. But you know what I think John Ratcliffe did, in my humble opinion, as a 30-year prosecutor? I think he earned himself a spot in the investigation that will be conducted beginning in January by the Trump Crimes Commission, the Presidential Crimes Commission, call it what you will. And what he did yesterday, and anything else he may have done that we don't know about, and I'm sure there's plenty, will need to be presented to the grand jury after we have a law-abiding president in the White House and a law-enforcing attorney general heading up the Department of Justice, and we present all of this evidence to a grand jury, fully, fairly, aggressively, ethically, and apolitically, and we let the grand jury, sitting as the conscience of the community, decide if crimes were committed and which politicians or family members thereof committed them, and then the grand jury will be asked to vote out indictments. Remember, folks, in the aftermath of Watergate, which compared to the Trump criminal cabal was a modest, almost quaint little break-in and cover-up. Yes, it was bad, it was criminal, and I'm not trying to downplay it. In the aftermath of Watergate, please, please, please remember 14 people were indicted. Government officials, bad actors. 14 were indicted and most went to prison. So if 14 were indicted for what they did by breaking in at the Watergate and covering it up at the White House, imagine how many indictments today's political criminals and family members will be facing. Because justice is gonna come. And justice matters. Stay safe, folks. I look forward to talking with y'all again tomorrow.